Hey everyone, thanks for watching my channel. My name's Amanda, and today I made slow cooker creamy white chicken chili. And let me tell you, it is so full of flavor. It's so tasty, and my family absolutely loved it, especially my kids. I will be making this again and freezing it so that way I have meals ready for a busy night. But look how tasty this is. It is so good. So let's get started and I can show you guys how I made it because it's amazing. For this recipe, you're going to need 2 boneless chicken breasts, salt, pepper, 4 cloves of garlic, 1 yellow medium onion, oregano, half and half, chili powder, cumin, green chilies, can of corn, chicken broth, 2 cans of cannellini beans, lime juice, and cream cheese. Let me show you how easy it is to make it. First, we're going to start off by mincing up 4 cloves of garlic. I got fresh peeled garlic from Aldi's a few days ago for $2.69 for a 6-ounce bag. I love using garlic in my recipes and I really love fresh garlic, but sometimes I find that it can really take me forever just to peel it. And I have minced garlic in my fridge, and you know, I am all about trying to save money when I go shopping, but I do love using fresh garlic in my recipe, so I wanted to give this a try. It definitely was a lot easier not having to peel it. I remember seeing Costco used to have the fresh peeled garlic. I want to say that big bag used to be like $9.99, but that was years ago, and I haven't seen it at our Costco recently. I have gotten their garlic, you know, where you have to peel it, where it's like a bag, and it's a decent sized bag for like $5.29, and you do get a lot of garlic. And I normally get that, but sometimes I just need something really easy to go, and this was perfect using this. Now we're going to go ahead and dice up our yellow medium-sized onion. We're going to go ahead and turn our Ninja Foodi PossibleCooker Pro on, and we're going to saute our onions in it. You don't have to do this step. If you want to, you can just throw it directly into your slow cooker. But I wanted my onions to be softer in this recipe. I am adding about a good 1 tablespoon of olive oil, and then I'm going to go ahead and add in my diced onion into the Ninja Foodi PossibleCooker Pro, and I'm going to go ahead and just saute the onions until I get it to be about like a good softness to it. You know, I don't want it to be really hard, but I don't want it to be extremely soft and mushy because it will cook in the slow cooker. But I don't know if you've ever noticed, sometimes when you do throw in onions into your slow cooker, sometimes they can still be really hard. So I just want these to be nice and soft into this chili. I don't want it to have a crunch in it. So I'm going to just saute them up until they're slightly soft. While the onions are sauteing up in the Ninja Foodi PossibleCooker Pro, I'm going to go ahead and butterfly my chicken and then also remove any fat pieces as well. I did find a piece of bone, so I removed that as well. And also, you know, if you don't have a Ninja Foodi PossibleCooker Pro, you can just saute your onions in a pan and then just put them into your slow cooker and it'll still work perfectly fine. Now, the reason why I'm butterflying my chicken to make it thinner is because there's not a lot of liquid that I am pouring into this recipe, into the Ninja Foodi PossibleCooker Pro. So I like when my chicken cooks in the slow cooker setting where it's like submerged into it. So that way it makes the chicken nice and soft, like extremely soft and easy to shred. So I am thinning my chicken by butterflying it. And then that way it'll be covered under the liquid. You don't have to do this. This is just something I like to do. So it just makes it really nice and juicy and tender. Some of my diced onions are starting to brown, so I don't want them to burn. I just want to make them a little bit soft. So we're going to go ahead and turn the Ninja Foodi PossibleCooker Pro off. And then that way we can go ahead and start adding in all our ingredients into the Ninja Foodi PossibleCooker Pro and start it up. Since I sauteed my onions in here, I'm not adding my chicken in first because I don't want to pan-sear my chicken. So we're going to go ahead and add the 1 can of chicken broth directly into it. That way it'll help cool down the bottom before I add my chicken in, which this way it'll make it a lot easier and I won't be cooking my chicken up by pan searing it. Now we're going to go ahead and add the 1 can of corn, and I drained the liquid out. Now we're going to go ahead and add the 2 cans of the cannellini beans and as well drain the liquid out. Now I'm going to go ahead and add the 4-ounce can of green chilies. Now you can also get one that's a fire roasted, so you can add more heat to this if you would like. I'm not using a fire roasted because I have small children and I don't want to make it too spicy for them. I want them to really enjoy this dish. Add in the minced garlic. Now I'm adding 1/4 of a teaspoon of black pepper and 1/2 a teaspoon of salt. 2 teaspoons of cumin. 2 teaspoons of chili powder. 3/4 teaspoons of oregano. 2 tablespoons of lime juice. In the recipe that I am using, it suggests to put the cream cheese in at the end after you have shredded up your chicken, but I want my cream cheese to be nice and smooth throughout this meal. So I am placing my 4-ounce cream cheese in my slow cooker now. That way it can easily melt the cream cheese, and when I do shred my chicken, the cream cheese will just mix nicely with the entire meal. Now I'm just going to go ahead and mix this all together before I place my chicken breast in there. That way all the flavors just cook nicely together. Now I'm going to take the 2 chicken breasts that I butterflied and I'm going to place them in, and I'm going to try to submerge them into the mixture so that way they cook so nice and they're just so soft once they cook up. So I am just trying to push them in under the liquid so that way it will cook nicely. Now put the lid on. We're going to go ahead and turn our Ninja Foodi PossibleCooker Pro on, and we're going to cook it on slow cooking with a low temperature setting, and we're going to go ahead and cook it for 7 hours. Now don't worry, if you don't have a Ninja Foodi PossibleCooker Pro but you have a crock-pot, go ahead and use that, put it on the low setting and cook it for 7 hours. We have 16 minutes left on the Ninja Foodi PossibleCooker Pro, so I'm going to go ahead and shred up some cheese so that way we can have some cheese for our topping. The fun thing about this white chicken chili dish is you can add different types of toppings to it. You can add jalapenos to it. You can scoop it up with Frito chips. I mean, there's endless possibilities you can do with it. But I definitely wanted to add cheese to this dish, especially when it's nice and hot and then you add the cold cheese to it. It just melts the cheese a little bit. It's going to be perfect. And we're going to eat ours with tortilla chips. And then I'm going to go ahead and put some sriracha sauce on top of mine because I know I like mine a little spicy. And we're going to use some homegrown peppers that are really spicy for this as well. This one has a mixture of ghost pepper, habanero peppers, banana peppers, and jalapeno peppers. So the banana peppers in this one will be hot because all the other stuff is nice and hot. There's only 9 more minutes left on the clock, so we're going to go ahead and pull out the chicken so that way it can cool down and I can shred it up. And it looks amazing and it smells so, so good. I cannot wait to try this out. It is our first time making this. I've been wanting to make this for a while, and I'm so glad I did because let me tell you, it is super tasty. The chicken looks great. It's really hot and steamy. You can see the steam coming off of it. And it looks really nice on the inside here in the Ninja Foodi PossibleCooker Pro. Again, we're down to 7 minutes. We're going to just let the chicken cool down before I shred it. Now go ahead and add 1/4 a cup of half and half. And then we're going to put the lid back on and we're going to go ahead and shred up the chicken. The chicken is super soft and super easy to shred. It's perfect. Look how tasty that looks. Now that it's nicely shredded, we're going to go ahead and add it into our slow cooker. Go ahead and give it a good stir. And I'm also trying to really loosen up the cream cheese that was in there earlier, because I don't want to have like chunks of it throughout. I just want it to be kind of nice and smooth. So I'm just trying to break up as many pieces as I can. Either way, it'll be perfectly fine if there is some chunks in it. And then now I'm going to go ahead and add in the chicken that we shredded up. And then give it another stir so that way it incorporates all the flavors nicely with the chicken. Dinner is ready. We went into the warming phase, which is perfectly fine. We only went in around 11 minutes. I wanted to get the table set and ready, but it smells amazing. I'm going to go ahead and start getting our bowls ready so we can sit down and enjoy dinner as a family. And I really like how easy this meal was to make. I mean, it's super easy. I'm definitely going to try making it to where I can make it in advance and then freeze it and then just, have it ready for another night. But look how beautiful that looks. And I'm going to go ahead and add some cheese on top, because who doesn't like cheese on top of their chili? And this went really well with it. And then I'm going to add some jalapenos and some sriracha sauce too. I definitely like my chilies to have some heat to it. My kids not so much. So I'm definitely making mine spicier. If you do like your chilies spicy, you can go ahead and add the sriracha in while it's cooking. It's definitely a personal preference, but I like to wait and add mine because I have small children. It was perfect. I loved the tortilla chips with it because it gave it a nice crunch when you'd scoop it up. Everyone absolutely loved it. My kids loved it. This was perfect, and it also fed us for 2 nights in a row. I hope you guys enjoyed what I made. Please subscribe. Have a wonderful day. Thanks, guys. Bye.